Morning, Salisbury. This is your daily news with Jane and Devin. Today we'll be discussing some breaking news. A Sephora opening in Japan.
What?
Jane, please tell us more.
Thanks, Devin. Yes, folks, you heard it correctly. Yet another makeup company is being introduced into the Japanese market. Sephora will be implemented into the competitive makeup industry within Japan. After failing to succeed as an American branch in Japan in 2001 due to a lack of integrity, among other things, the company is taking a brave step in redeeming themselves in the Japanese market. We have Katie Shaw in our Japanese studio to discuss Sephora's second movement into the market.
Before we switch over to Katie, we'd like to provide everyone with a little background on Sephora for those of you who don't use makeup like myself. Sephora is a personal care and beauty store that features nearly 300 brands. Wow. Their beauty products include cosmetics, skincare, body fragrance, nail color, and hair care. Wow. Sephora currently operates approximately 2,300 stores in 33 countries worldwide, with an expanding base of over 430 stores across the Americas. Now, switching over to Katie.
Thanks, Jane and Devin. I'm Katie Shaw, reporting live for Salisbury International. I'm in Japan right now, outside of the new Sephora that'll be opening up this spring. In a few minutes, I'll be having an interview with Sephora's International Marketing Director, Becca. Thanks, Devin and Jane. I'm Katie Shaw here in Tokyo with Becca. Becca is the Marketing Director for Sephora. She's here to share the company's entering strategy to Japan.
Hey guys, I've been with Working Sephora for the past 10 years and I've grown very knowledgeable of what takes the company to be successful and run efficiently.
So why did you choose Japan?
So we decided to enter Japan of all the other countries, mostly because of how wealthy the country is, and they have a really high interest in cosmetics. Japan is also one of the most technological advanced countries in the world. So that being said, we can use our digital marketing tactics to our advantage. And Japan also has a lot of young women that are internet users, so we will have an easier time targeting our audience via online ads. As a company, we have spent an ample amount of time researching on how we're going to enter into this competitive market.
So what market entry strategy are you choosing?
We finally came up to the decision of being able to implement the joint venture entry strategy. Our plan is to enter Japan with a business partner capable of manufacturing our products domestically in Japan in order to avoid the import restrictions on cosmetics that Japan currently has.
Neato. What segments are you going to target? Also, what criteria did you use when selecting these segments?
We actually want to target the young adult women who are into the cosmetics and other beauty products that Sephora offers. We conducted months of research in order to determine who would be receiving the most service from.
Sweet, that sounds great. What's your specific targeting strategy involved?
So we decided to go with the concentrated global marketing strategy. The strategy isn't much different from Sephora's current brand marketing in the rest of the world. We did have to alter it a little bit to go towards Japan, but our advertisements will be similar in nature to the other Sephora ads, just with a little bit of Japanese culture aesthetics added into it.
Gee whiz, what's your positioning strategy?
Our position strategy is high-end products sold at a fairly competitive prices to help maximize the potential sales, since the cosmetics are so important in the Japanese culture.
Very cool. Becca has put together a slideshow of an overview of our marketing mix her team will be using for the Japanese launching happening next year. Thank you so much for coming out today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Sephora's entry into the Japanese market.
So can you tell us more about your product strategy?
Yeah, of course. So we decided to go with the adaptation strategy because we can tailor the marketing and product itself to appeal to the culture and demographics of the new market. This will allow us to change the elements of the design, function, and packaging according to the needs of the different country markets. Sephora products will be specialized based off the needs of the Japanese customers.
And what about your branding decisions?
So we decided to go with the umbrella branding because this branding strategy is a practice that involves marketing many related products under a single brand named, aka Sephora. Sephora has its own makeup line and brand, but it also carries a variety of products from over 300 brands, including brand names like Bare Minerals, Too Faced Cosmetics, and many more.
Will the country of origin branding strategy work?
So the country of origin branding strategy are the perceptions and attitudes toward a particular country that often extend to the product and brands that are known to originate in those countries. Japanese take their makeup and skincare very seriously, so makeup is used to enhance the natural beauty. So in this case, we do believe that the country of origin branding strategy will work.
Can you tell me what your pricing strategy and general pricing approaches is to enter Japan?
So we were going to be using a cost-based pricing and adding a standard markup to the cost of the product. While we're also using flexible cost-based pricing, this will allow us to acknowledge the importance of the local marketing conditions and incorporate the estimated future cost method to establish future costs for all components.
What factors did you consider when selecting your pricing strategy?
Another factor that we considered was the fact that we are entering into a new country and market. We needed to price our products in a way to guarantee that we will make a profit in order to keep Sephora in Japan running and successful.
Can you tell me what distribution channels you're going to use and how you got these channels? What factors did you consider and whatnot?
So we are tapping into the correct market because Japanese people are huge on beauty products. As far as the infrastructure goes, Japan is very advanced and is regularly upgrading and expanding. They have an advanced import system along with many port locations. Most stores are small and have very few employees, so our sales format would be the same because the product is something that is loved for the Japanese.
What is your promotional mix? Can you tell me about the factors you considered when selecting your channels?
We believe that the best way to promote in Japan for Sephora will be by using a very bizarre yet memorable commercial advertisements that also incorporate the American celebrities. The Japanese people are extremely into American pop culture, so they could be a huge influencer on whether or not they purchase our product. Outdoor advertisements have also rose to 25% of total advertising in Japan in 2015. With many people taking trains and subways, a big advertising tactic will be posters and banners on subways and trains that are intriguing and grabs the viewer's attention.
Back to you, Jane and Devin.
Thanks, Katie. That information was extremely helpful.
Indeed it was.
Before we close off with a summary of today's topic, one of our coworkers, Rachel, is patiently awaiting someone to interview in Japan.
Konnichiwa. I'm Rachel here live in Tokyo, Japan. I'm currently outside the mall waiting for a passerby to come by so I can ask them a few questions about the new Sephora opening up. Oh, ma'am, excuse me. May I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
Okay, well, we do have a new Sephora opening up. Have you noticed any of the advertisements that have been around?
It's funny you should say that, actually. So I take the subway home every night from work, and I actually noticed a Sephora ad last night.
Wow, that's awesome. What made it stand out to you?
Probably all the bright colors, and there were also some of my favorite celebrities featured.
Really? What celebrities were featured, if I may ask?
Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift.
Wow, those are some pretty popular people. I'm sure it made it stand out to you to
Yeah.
want to shop there even more, right?
Exactly.
Awesome. And how excited are you to go spend all your money at Sephora?
Oh, I'm over the moon.
You know what? Well, I have presented you a $25 gift card to go ahead and take over there to the store.
No way!
When it opens back up in 2019.
Thank you so much.
Back to you guys in the office.
Extremely helpful. So now we'd like to close off with a summary of today's topic, Sephora in Japan. Devin, take it away.
I got you. All right, folks. I just want to touch on some main points from today's broadcast. Sephora is bound to succeed in Japan, for multiple reasons, actually. In Japan, it is sometimes considered rude to work and go through everyday life without wearing any makeup. Many Japanese people believe that first impressions are very important, believe it or not, and not wearing makeup can be seen as lazy. Since makeup is a daily part of life for Japanese women, Sephora will never run out of their target market.
Devin, you cannot be any more correct.
You're right.
Based off of the marketing tactics that Katie shared with us, I think it's pretty safe to say that Sephora will absolutely thrive in Japan.
You would be.
This company has spent ample time, money, and effort on researching which marketing methods would best suit this industry.
Right you are. Now, you guys heard it here first. Live and in Japan, without makeup, who are you in this world? Next week, we will have a segment on Katie getting a professional makeup tutorial so she doesn't seem so out of place in Japan. All right, folks, that's all we got for you. Tune in next time. All right, where'd you put the sake?
I think it's right here.